Now, 127 million naira jeep. Is government spending reasonable? That's the question landing on desk in the villa this morning, and we're putting it straight to you. Because Senator Kakashehu, chairman of the Senate Committee on Special Duties, walked into a budget defense yesterday and did something rare. He rejected 127 million naira proposed for SUVs in the presidential villa, and his reason? I quote, "It cannot buy even a bulletproof Tokumbo." What are his fare? A visiting president using a Tokumbo at the airport? Let that sink in. A senior lawmaker is essentially arguing that 127 million naira now buys you embarrassment on the international stage. Not enough for proper armor. Not enough for the image we want to project. So this morning we are turning to you. Is this a genuine stand for value or political grandstanding? Is the villa being shortchanged by budget officials, or is 127 million for one vehicle simply too much? The lines are open, but before the calls start coming in, let's hear from the horse's mouth.
Now, we also want to thank you for appearing before the committee timeously. If the State House would appear before this committee as at when due, we see no reason why other ministries, departments or agencies will not come. So you have led by example and keep it up. The renewed hope agenda of Mr. President is alive. We are happy that even the villa is being treated equally with other ministries. That is leadership by example. Convey our deep appreciation to Mr. President. We are going to do justice to the budget before us. But I will join my colleague Aminu in also rejecting 127 million naira for SUV car in the villa. It cannot buy even a bulletproof Tokumbo. So let us not all these things so that we project the image of Nigeria positively in the Committee of Nations. That is totally unacceptable. So we'll take note of that and do the needful. We don't want a situation where a visiting president will use Tokumbo in the airport. No, that is unacceptable. So the budget office must sit up. When you now send your proposal, they have to do justice to your request, not by reducing it to a paltry amount that would end up buying a Tokumbo. No, it is totally unacceptable. Give us your actual proposal that you sent before it was slashed, and then we'll meet with the appropriations committee to do justice to your request. On this note, in the absence of any other thing, I wish to most sincerely thank you and your team for attending or for coming to this budget defense.
All right, you've heard it from the horse's mouth at this point. Now, it is something that I would like to hear Nigerians comment on it. 127 million naira. Now, it's understandable that for a target of the kind of vehicle that they're looking for, it might not be enough.
It's not enough, actually.
But my question when I really saw this is, what happened or what happens to the vehicles that are at the villa? Are they defective? Can they not be used? Or is it that each year there has to be a budget to buy vehicles for the villa? And how does this really look for how we utilize the funds that we do have in the country? But I believe we have a caller, our first caller on the line. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, thank you for joining us. What is your name and where are you calling from?
Good morning, beautiful ladies. Good morning, Trust TV. Good morning, Nigeria.
Good morning.
Good morning.
This is Abaseko. I'm calling from Gombe State.
Good morning, Abaseko. Thank you for joining us.
Yeah, sincerely speaking, it is a shocking development. This is a shock and a tragedy as regards to 127 million Jeep. I don't know why we continue to have a sense of irresponsibilities. in our circles. Why am I saying this? What of the vehicles in Aso Rock? Even though a Tokumbo is being used, is this an offense? Will a visiting president or an attaché knows that that vehicle is a Tokumbo? Why are we demeaning ourselves? Why are we reducing ourselves to I don't know the language to qualify that adjective, but it is saddening, very, very saddening to see that people that are having problems, their problems are not being solved. Nigeria Railway Corporation, which now affiliates with Trust TV, they are having serious problems right from onset. Nothing has been done to put that sector in proper perspective. Look at those that work in the Nigerian Airways, the retirees. Look at the trauma they are going through, like Musa, Haruna, and several others. Uba, Christian. I watched this on your program and I was crying. I even cried for myself, I pitied myself, but I was crying for these people. They continue using our money to buy yachts. They continue using our money to buy SUV, buy things for themselves, refusing to listen to the downtrodden, the cry of the downtrodden. Why are we like this? Why are we subjecting ourselves to torture, unreasonable torture? Why are we not reasonable for one hand? Just like yesterday, I was appreciating the president. He used the money wisely by making sure we are number 33 strongest army in the whole world. Egypt is number 19. Algeria is 27. South Africa is 40. When you use our money like that, people will be happy. But when you don't use it wisely, people will not be happy. I heard somebody was saying there will be revolution. Okay, this morning I heard it from your station. Okay, it was Atiku Abubakar was saying there shall be revolution. What kind of revolution? Imagine, look at El Rufai resisting arrest. I don't know the kind of country we are. When he was there, was he not arresting people and detaining people? Now he's resisting arrest. What kind of thing are we? Why are we like this? Why is our mentality so shallow? Kai, may God bless Nigeria. May God help us. May God bless Trust TV and bless Nigeria. I really appreciate you people for the wonderful work you are doing, making sure we know what is happening. I appreciate. Thank you. God bless Trust TV. God bless.
Thank you very much, Abasinko, for that. Now, looking at the reasons behind these numbers, or 127 million naira is not enough due to the fact that it would be an embarrassment on the international stage. Now, I believe that is just absurd for you to only think that the whole reason behind you trying to spend that much money is to keep up appearances. What happens to what is going on in the country? What happens to all that Nigerians do need for everything to work? Why would you not try and keep up appearances with trying to fix all that is wrong? Do you understand?
Yeah.
And now, having to complain that those funds are not enough, I still go back to what I said. What happens to those vehicles that are still at the villa? Are they non-functional, or is it that they have to be switched or changed very often? But
can they go under repair even if they are not functional?
But I'd like to hear your thoughts, but let's take our caller right now. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Hauwa.
Yes.
Good morning, Maryam.
Good morning, Shatima.
Good morning, Trust TV family. Good morning, Maiduguri. This is Shatima Yakudima calling from Maiduguri.
Good morning, Shatima. Thank you for joining us. Go ahead with your thoughts.
Morning, thank you. Honestly speaking, even though my senator is representing me, but it's very, very unfortunate. Very, very unfortunate for him to make this balderdash statement. This is meaningless statement. 127 million. But you do not appreciate it. You are calling it a Tokumbo. a vehicle of 127 million, honestly speaking. Well, even though, you know, if you are not the one that is pushing out the money, you can see it is a small money. But we have been working for the betterness of the economy. We know how much it is, 127 million. I know, honestly speaking, it's very, very unfortunate, very, very unfortunate. In a country where you do not feel it's an embarrass that to say today in 21st century, Nigeria is paying a minimum wage of 70,000. Is this not embarrassing? And some who have worked for 35 years are retired. Some of them, they are receiving 8,000 naira. You do not call that one embarrassment? No. We have to think and rethink. We have to think, honestly speaking. We are not operating government to just to just impress outsiders. We voted for them to do all what is reasonable and necessary to make our country better. This thing is getting worse, honestly speaking. Look at one satellite town yesterday that I saw the report in Abuja. Is this not embarrassment? In 21st century, they cannot get potable drinking water? How about education? What about our health? You are not thinking about that. You are thinking about a vehicle that will combine a personality to from airport to their destinations. What kind of sense is that? No, look, we voted them into power for them to correct the illness of the country, not for them to be turning things into wars. Honestly speaking, is very, very unfortunate. Very, very unfortunate. 120 million is not a small money. It can pick so many things. Honestly speaking, how many dispensaries 120 million will build? How many dispensaries that will stock with some equipment for the population to benefit? You see, that's our fundamental problem. You are a lawmaker. You have to be reasoning. If at all you want to make a statement, wedge it out. Look at it. How people who are listening you will look at you. How are they will understand this statement? 120 million in a country whereby you are saying we should be patient, things will be picked off. And you have been even making wages for suffering, and you are giving to the people. You yourself, people are suffering. If people are not suffering, how can you making a relief package for the suffering? You dash people some money.
All right, thank you very much, Timu, for that. Let me hear from you, Maryam.
Yeah, talking about international embarrassment, I think this topic, when we're talking about that, this topic is the least of our troubles. Most Nigerians are living from hand to mouth. Most of Nigerians are struggling to feed alone, just to feed, resulting most Nigerians to be begging. Go to our airports, people beg. Hospitals, the security agencies, the security people beg. Everyone is begging. Stay on the streets of Abuja, everywhere in Nigeria, everybody is begging.
Feel like you can give them something or you can help them out with something, they would ask, they would beg, and that is not ideal for a Nigerian, for someone that is in a country that things can be helped.
And talking about begging, do you know now most African countries are calling Nigeria a Begistan or Beggingham Republic? It might be funny, but it's actually not funny because that's an international embarrassment.
And that is a very wrong reputation to have for a country. Now, looking at priorities, you'd see that priorities are misplaced, especially now that the 2026 budget is out and is being combed through, and looking at this 127 million naira. The question is, whenever there's a budget, you have to look at what is necessary and what is unnecessary. If we don't do this, is anything going to happen? Is it going to make or unbalance the order of things, or is it going to make things dysfunctional? You have to consider things when doing the budget, when shelling out funds to spend. So you would have to be able to, know what to do and how to put out funds to be used.
Recently, there was
I believe we have a caller on the line.
We have another caller. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Thank you for calling. Your name and your location, please.
Thanks, my sister. I'm calling from Chile. My name is Muhammad Garba.
Okay, Muhammad, go ahead. What do you think about this topic today?
I'm even wondering if these lawmakers are thinking of blind addition with us. Very much surprised to see 127 million naira is a meager amount to buy a jeep. We are Nigerians. We know what million it is. We know what naira it is. So in addition to what my brother Shetima has just said from Meduguri, these people that have to change their life.
Hello, are you there?
All right, I believe we lost that caller. Please do call us back so that we can hear your thoughts clearly. We're still on the topic, 127 million naira for a Jeep. Do you think that government spending is reasonable? Make sure you call us in, share your thoughts and your opinions. All right, we have another caller.
Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning. Mohammed Garbati.
Thank you for calling back. Go ahead.
Yes, what I'm saying is that 127 million is very much money to buy what kind of car that will be used in Nigeria. Why? Because we are Nigerians. We know what millions are. We know what million is. So it's very surprising and embarrassing also for the lawmaker to say this, that 127 million naira cannot afford or is too meager to buy a Jeep for any personality in the world. Even the American president can use 127 million naira. But my sister, do you know where the problem lies is that it has been the system. It has been systemic in the government for you to pick something that worth 10 naira to say is 100 million. It's Nigeria. That's why they are seeing it as meager. That's why they are seeing it as not enough. But sincerely speaking, this money is enough to buy 127 million naira is enough to buy Jeep. So we have to think, we have to be rational in all what we are seeing, especially when a nation is watching us. Thank you very much.
Now, when it comes to spending, especially and allocation of funds, when it comes to the budget, we have this attitude, should I say, or we are used to inflating numbers, and with that a lot of things would be increased and a lot of things would surpass what is supposed to be allocated for the funds. Now, having understanding that and looking at this, it would even cause or bring doubt into Nigerians' minds and feel like, okay, if you say 127 million naira is not going to be enough, and you are adding more funds to that particular figure, is it that you're trying to inflate that figure so that you can get your own share from that number? Well, we have another caller on the line. I have another caller. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, ladies. This is Adamu from London.
Okay, go ahead, Ade. Thank you for calling. Go ahead with your thoughts.
All right. I have a total.
Go ahead.
Anytime I'm traveling to Nigeria, I travel with Virgin. And the price between my ticket and my ticket is sometimes 6,000, sometimes 7,000, depends on the. If I'm not traveling with Christmas or other, that will to 10,000. But I saw you're telling me for 1,000 pounds. I didn't buy that because at my level, I want to focus where I can sleep, when I'm on bed, when I'm traveling. So, in life, it's priority. That is why you see millionaires in Nigeria, all their friends are millionaires, so that they can be getting good advice and support. Why am I saying this? I saw wrong with our youth. I love that senator, and I will try and get his contact.
one of my friends in my family, if that man to be a president of Nigeria, Nigeria will be better. And I pray he will be a president one day in Nigeria. That's it. What he's saying, people are not saying. Imagine we have a UK prime minister or the king, our king, who is our head of state, visiting Nigeria, and you put him in a car, and the car breaks down. That will crash all our economy. So if the car, the destiny of tinubu is for Nigeria. There's one man in Abuja called 17 Motors. He has a car, he has a car, 900 million naira bulletproof. I saw it online. What are we talking about? What's 127? When one man stole over 100 billion, how many of people crying about it everywhere? Even the current alleged stealing money with Emefiele, what do you call the man, the former governor of Kogi? Who is talking about it? Who is talking? People are not campaigning, release Malami. Why are we like this in Nigeria? Why are we like this, for God's sake? When it's our people who pay us, but when it's not then we talk another thing. What is 127 million? If I want to buy a bulletproof car in Nigeria, do you think I will spend 127 million? I will budget 500 million. You see, it's the safety of our president and the incoming president, to visit us in Nigeria. It's our image. So this senator, I pray will be our president one day in Nigeria. Because he thinks rightly. American president is traveling recently, was coming to Switzerland. The plane has to turn back. They say it's a glitch, and they say it's an embarrassment to America. That's what they are saying. They have to change to a smaller plane. And we are talking about 127. When people stole 200-something billion naira, and we are not shouting. 100 billion, we are not shouting. 750 states in Abuja, we are not shouting. We are not talking about our image, our work, where we will come to. If I make, for example now, if I say I'm traveling, and somebody will buy, why do you want to spend 6,000? Buy 1,000 now, that's low thinking. I know what I want. So that is it. God bless Nigeria.
Ade,
thank you very much, Ade, for that. Now
he just left.
You know,
I wanted to ask him if the 127 million is justifiable and is it the top of the priorities now?
Well,
because I really needed to hear from him. That was why I wanted to really talk.
To him, it is justifiable due to the fact that yes, as the senator just said, if a president is coming to Nigeria, they should be able to provide for what is suitable for that president.
Yeah, but and I really wanted to ask what you asked. The question you asked at the beginning of this section, what happens to the other cars available in the villa?
And how have they been managing with, being able to welcome dignitaries that do come to Nigeria, or the president himself and all of that, and shuttling one place to the other. So how do they continue to manage that? And when they talk, as always, we always give an example with the United States. Do they say, or do you think that each year the United States budgets for cars? Is it that there's no car in the villa that would take a dignitary from the airport to the villa? But then I believe we have a couple of WhatsApp messages this morning. For first WhatsApp message, we have Comrade Nansat from Jos, and he says, good morning, Trust TV. It's been a while. My take on buying a Jeep at the rate of 127 million naira is nothing but a misplacement of priority. This amount can build permanent houses for 10 or 15 IDPs or provide food to 1,000 people for a whole year. They are not even talking of the 105,000 naira owed Nigerian workers since 2024. It is unfortunate. Oh. The next message? Yes, we have another message. We have another message. Maryam, go ahead. This is coming from Nandi Bete. He says, good morning, Trust TV. One of the most teething problems in this country is the unjust and unequal distribution of available resources.
It is irritating that at a time when so many roads are so bad across the country, imposing hardship on citizens, here is the presidency. The presidency is voting 127 million to purchase a jeep for the villa. This is unreasonable and totally unacceptable. What is becoming of leadership in this country? Thank you very much, Nandi Bate, for this message. And another one coming from, there's no name actually.
Okay, there's another message from Elder Agono Peter and he says, good morning to my sisters and Trust TV family. This is an unfortunate development. The egg eaters are never disturbed when the hen laying the eggs feel. What the hen laying the eggs feel. Politicians are wasting our resources and doing. May God forgive them. Thank you very much for that. All right, I believe, yes, there's another WhatsApp message, and this is from Adamu Muhammad Usman from Kafang Hausa in Jigawa State, and he says, good morning, Nigeria. Some may say this spending is too much. Providing quality, classic, secured, safer, and conducive vehicle for the leader is important for good governance. They deserve a befitting and well aboard as our leaders. But to be candid, the indices on ground and challenges facing the common man of not taking 3 square meals a day, unable to pay his children school fees, he cannot pay the medical bills, poor and lack of drinking water, etc., without getting a remedy or any attempt to attend his needs or tackle these menace. How can he not see this 127 million naira for Jeep as an extravagance and injustice? The amount is too much as far as I am concerned, but if the government can provide all necessary needs to the common man or make their life easier for him, so that one, there is no problem. Let them get even a helicopter. May Allah help us. Thank you very much for that. All right, we have another caller on the line.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Thank you for calling. Your name and location, please. Okay, go ahead.
Can you kindly turn down the volume of your TV set so we can hear you clearly?
I've done that.
All right, thank you very much. Go ahead.
About buying a car, 437 million naira, a Jeep, 437 million naira for the president or whoever they call it. It's laughable. The truth of the matter is that we misplaced priority in this country. The golden man, the $1 million question I want to ask is that does it mean that before now, or first now, does it mean that there are no existing cars in the bill that maybe dignitaries or the president or whoever that comes to this country that we use? One thing I understand is that whenever any man comes to this country, being the president or governor, whatever that is on ground, they play with it and begin to reserve for new one. That is the only medium they can use to fight for the country's money. Look at insecurity everywhere. There is no hospital, there is no improvement in the hospital. All senators, governors and presidents, anytime they have common headaches, they fly across the ground to themselves. It's not a big shame. It's government and embarrassment. Whatever that is the thing that is going on in this country now, cannot see with your eyes closed. All the local states of this country, including Abuja, there is no security anywhere. Is that one not enough embarrassment? What is making them offer to go and buy a car, a Jeep for 107 million naira? They even say that it's not enough, that is embarrassment. Come on, I don't know whether the people will have a record, whether they're reading through their news or they're reading through their press. It's very, very unfortunate. But it's the kind of leader, the kind of where we find ourselves. Okay, look at the man that just put before the last caller. The one they call a deal, whatever they call it. The problem we have in this country that we are too transparent. Whatever we see the truth, we always like to beg people because this one is my own, this one is my own. Instead of to come and spread the faith. Just think that the man that made mention of that he should become the president of the country, that what he's saying is true. Which truth is there? Where he's living, don't stop. You should go to the hospitals there. Go to schools. Doctors are going on strike on daily basis. Most are striking on daily basis because they are not being paid. That pensioners, that workers, someone will tell this country. unreasonable number of recruits with all their energy, all their effort. The people pay the person pension to pay gratuity. The people will receive the salary. They cannot do it. Most of them are dying because of the common system that made 60,000 Is that what
all right, thank you very much for that.
The way this is going on this country.
All right, thank you very much for that. Now, I believe that is all we have for this segment.